It's day number 42, the 5th of March. This is a daily video series I use to check in and see uh, if I was being productive for any given day. My goals are to get a job, um, and I would like to learn more about AWS uh, in the form of either getting a certification or doing a project. And then I'm also learning about Vue at the moment. Yeah, and doing a follow-along project there. Um, I think I know enough about Vue that if I figure out how to do database stuff better, although theoretically, yeah, the Vue project I'm following along with, it uses JSON server, which basically just uses a JSON file as your database, and it's basically designed to be as simple as possible. So that if your project is more front-end focused, you can just plug and play backend as easily as possible. And I think I could do that. I'm not yeah, the implementation, yeah, I know, I definitely could do that. So I think I could do a calendar app and then I can just later refactor it into something else. In which case, I basically just copy paste um, the follow along project I'm doing up until probably like an hour in when he's developing extra views, and I just make my own views. I'd want like a calendar, or I would want a day object, and then I would want I'd need to figure out some logic to determine displaying months, uh, but it doesn't seem too hard. And then I would need objects. Excuse me. And then I would need objects for. I'm brain farting. I would need objects for like events in the day. Yeah, that sounds pretty possible. As for productivity today, it was terrible. My plan was to go for a walk or at least get some sun as soon as possible, but it was raining, um, really hard actually. And next time that happens, I think I'll just open the garage door and stand in the garage, maybe. No, honestly, I just take my shirt off and walk outside in the rain. That sounds like more fun, to be honest with you. Um, and then uh, I have another friend that's unemployed, that wakes up early, and he wakes up early to just play video games. So my plan to actually be productive ASAP was basically immediately sabotaged because I can't say no to bro. I mean I can, but it's hard, I guess. No, it's really not that hard. Uh, Today I didn't say no though, which did end up with me vortexing all of my productivity away. I do have um, an interview tomorrow, and I did a good bit of research into what it is. I still have to develop some questions that I'd like to ask, but other than that, I would say pretty intriguing. Yeah, looking forward to it. It does sound like I'm actually like genuinely a good fit. The main check, I guess, that I'll have to figure out will be talking about my technical experience and like making it seem like I know what I'm doing if I get my hands on a database or a code base or anything else. As opposed to being like, yeah, I know vaguely what to do there. Um, but actually, maybe that's not such a bad thing. Uh, let's hold on. I'm skipping this. So, copy pasting. Uh, Ideal candidate something something. So, first of all, what they've told me, here's what I know. ideal candidate has a background in technology, willing to learn, SQL mentioned. So I want to come off as a person who is passionate about technology and learning things, but also I want to appear like I have technical details and otherwise good at learning. So things I can mention, they'll do an about me thing during the about me question. Uh, Talk about how I've been interested in tech for a while, uh, exploring different fields through internships. And then I also want to talk about specifically my last internship, uh, software engineer internship. Went from not knowing what React was, or even, uh, yeah, to outworking the rest of the team for the last 2 sprints month of my. Um, so that's a pretty strong case. More relevant, I'd probably want to talk about, hmm, I'd need to clarify, uh, what they use, technology they use. Amazon EDI engineer page mentions some. I'll need to find that again. Um, hmm, yeah. So basically, I'm painting a picture with the about me question. Uh, and every time I've been asked this question before, it's kind of, uh, the way I answer it is kind of half-hearted. It's not like relevant to the interview usually. So I mean sometimes it like vaguely is, but this is this is more of a tactical move. I'm basically saying the same thing I've always said, uh, to this question, but it's tactical. Trust me. That sounds pretty funny. Um, and then that should help. That'll give the first impression off that, uh, I'm a tech savvy individual, and then from there, I need to be able to talk about coding. I don't know. There's just a lot of unknowns as to like what technology this position even uses. SQL was mentioned, um, but looking online at similar things, it's also a lot of network infrastructure. And oh yeah, they also said they use Terraform as well, which makes sense. So yeah, hmm, I don't know. I think we just freeball it from here. I think I have enough information, uh, just to be myself, because, uh, I'm basically nothing if not my ability to learn, but only in professional environments, in structured environments where I don't get existential dread over uh, if what I'm doing is optimal or not. Um, and then yeah, as for exercise, I went climbing. Okay, session. I forgot about legs today. I got vortex by the guy who wakes up at 8 a.m. to play video games. Uh, he lives in Texas actually, so he's waking up at 7 o'clock just to vortex my whole flippin' day. Unreal, if you ask me. And then I did some L-sit stuff as a warm up for climbing because I feel like my lower core is hindering my ability to climb. Not sure though. I think I'm just terrible at climbing. I'm gonna remake myself somehow. Um, yeah, probably gonna spend a bunch of money on. Actually, I don't think I need to. There's probably old climbing books that are public domain by now that are pretty good for training. But yeah, how was today? It was okay. I got vortexed. My plans went off the rails just because it was raining outside, and like historically, I've never cared about being in the rain. Like getting rained on is usually pretty relaxing, in fact. So yeah, uh, I literally can't think of a metaphor for how silly that was, but it was pretty silly. And then this thing I haven't really worked on, but also I didn't really play video games today. I think I just doom scrolled. Yeah, I just doom scrolled to YouTube a lot. Um, yeah, I think that's it for me today. Hopefully my interview goes well, but it does sound like I'm a good fit. I just have to enunciate properly, and other than that, I don't know. No idea. Hopefully it goes well. Take care.